Welcome to a city immortalized in song, Kalamazoo, Michigan, Waldo Stadium, and home to the Western Michigan Broncos. The Bobcats will get us underway with the opening kickoff. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So the Western Michigan Broncos offense will have the football first. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
The RPO, it's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Quick completion on the out route. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Yeah.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper.
Oh, yeah,
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
I just ran this route.
And the Broncos with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
That cross was like sprinting.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Broncos!
What's that?
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. So Ohio's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fit. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
So now it's second and long. He'll do it himself. How about that weight room work? He's showing off there as he gets across the 20. They'll mark it at the 22.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
There he goes. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Off play action on first down. Got his man downfield. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Bring in the heat. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after... play in the passing game.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Bobcats trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. We've come to the break. It's Western Michigan on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He'll ride his man on the option. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on third down.
Looking to throw on third and goal. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. And that is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
To the air, it's Perry. Got a man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll try the run. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. The Broncos want to move quickly. Wants to throw on third down. The quick out. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end.
No.
He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Fires left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
And the Broncos come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Perry. Quickly complete. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a hit.
No.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The give from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
And this offense has gotten off to a good start on third down, but this is a different deal on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Going right to work up top. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Manning. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Bobcats are at the line looking to convert on third and short. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And the Bobcats will punt it away on fourth down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Way back close to his end zone as he makes the catch. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
The Broncos are in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And the Broncos will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Broncos line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Finds a man in the middle. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time it's complete. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. To the air on first down. Under fire. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And there's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Under fire. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. This will likely be the last play of the half. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
On the play. Brings up 4th down.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throws toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Kalamazoo.
And the Broncos will kick it away to start the second half. And here's the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
back to pass on second down. Quickly complete. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. First down here for the offense. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On target to the left. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
The offense really struggled in the first half. So it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Pressure coming. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
The Bobcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. There's the pressure. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
This offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Complete in the middle. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Polly.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they have to go the length of the field if I missed.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Looking to throw, it's Sperry. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Working on the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, don't make those contested catches.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to...
Turning it on! He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Western Michigan is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. With a first down in the final period. Dropping back, it's Sperry. Works the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. The Broncos want to pick up the tempo.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Rides to back and leaves it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Broncos kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the fourth quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart, he still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quick strike complete.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll throw on third and short. Going deep. Touchdown, Western Michigan. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
Yeah, and you could tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. This is one of those plays where he puts it on the money, and you just try to make yards after the catch. But keyword being after the catch.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And they're able to keep him from scoring as he's guided out of bounds at the 5.
Nice job by the D, playing the pass first. QB scrambles. It's the 4th quarter. I got to save time. I got to save possessions. What do I do to end the run? Now I push the quarterback out of bounds. He goes out of bounds. Thank you. I didn't even have to waste a timeout. Nice job by the D.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Sperry. He makes a grab. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the... It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. It's complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages. And
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And the Bobcats want to crank the tempo. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Hauls it in. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw again. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws for the tight end. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
At this point, it's a lot about pride for this offense. They're just trying to find a way to get on the board. They have been shut out. That last incompletion, I mean, they're now trying to take shots and see if they can just come up with something. I don't even know if they believe they can get it done. It just feels obligatory, guys, at this point. Let's just throw it up and see if something good can happen.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. They'll move the tight end. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The give as they work on that clock. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking for room, it's Avant. Looking for room at the 30. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in week 7 as they push out that lead.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Slings it downfield. Got him, and nobody's close. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting